Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Professor Ipshita Bansal from BPS Women's University, Sonipat, Haryana. Today we will be discussing about the module Strategic Management of Performance of the paper Strategic Human Resource Management. By the end of this module, students will be able to understand how strategy of the organization and performance are linked with each other, the basis of performance, how employee performance and organization performance are linked with each other. Strategic human resource management is understood as the relationship between human resource management and strategic management of the organization. Strategic human resource management is an approach which relates human resource functions of an organization such as manpower planning, job analysis and description, recruitment and selection, training and development, performance evaluation and measurement, compensation and reward management, and employee relations to the strategy and decisions of the organization. As per Wright and McMahan in 1992, strategic human resource management can be defined as the pattern of planned human resource deployment and activities intended to enable the firm to achieve its goals. The above definition implies that human resources are the primary and most important source of competitive advantage. The policies and practices are designed in such a manner that can be deployed to gain a competitive advantage. It is important to plan in such a manner that strategy adopted by HR department is in line with the business strategy of the organization. All the policies and practices have a meaningful purpose towards the achievement of organizational goals. More or less, HRM is related to the issues of people and practices that are directly influenced by the strategic plan of an organization. In an organization, people issues are more critical in the contemporary environment. The important issues for an organization are related to getting the right talent, retention of employees, motivating them for ongoing performance, and also developing them so that organizational objectives are achieved. In a changed business environment, organizations follow improved systems and processes to achieve organization's goals, to survive and sustain themselves by aligning performance of human resources with their business strategies. Creating a best fit between the human resource goals and the organization's goals is very important in helping the organization and securing employee behaviors and attitude necessary for successful implementation of business strategies. The strategic approach to integrate performance into organizational architecture is the essence of performance management. According to Michael Armstrong, performance management is defined as a strategic and integrated approach to delivering sustained success to organizations by improving the performance of the people who work with them by developing the capabilities of teams and individual contributions. According to Herman Aguinis, performance management is a continuous process of identifying, measuring, and developing the performance of individuals and teams and aligning performance with the strategic goals of the organization. A growing body of literature emphasizes that performance management and coaching must be aligned to the goals and strategies of the organization. In the traditional approach of performance management systems, employees often meet once in a year for the annual performance assessment and review to look back at the work done in previous years and to evaluate accomplishments. Recently, it is realized that there is a need for more integrated and comprehensive system for managing performance. Performance management is an ongoing process in which manager and employee work together to plan, monitor and review an employee's performance. Performance management fosters and rewards excellent performance by motivating employees to perform at their best, keeping in view the principles of fairness and transparency. It is a dynamic process which involves active involvement of both managers and employees. So, what are the reasons of introducing performance management? It builds performance culture, it improves performance, it identifies training needs, it helps in facing market challenges and competitiveness, it improves quality, it provides feedback to employees, it improves customer service, it improves efficiency of the organization by reducing costs, it improves the overall competence of individuals and teams. So, let's now discuss what is the purpose of performance management. First is strategic purpose. The purpose of performance management system is to help top management in achieving strategic business objectives. It links individual goals with organization's goals to reinforce the behaviors consistent with the achievement of organization's goals. This becomes important to understand the critical business strategic initiatives. Next is administrative purpose. It is the objective of performance management to give details that are valid as well as useful for making administrative decisions meaningful for employees. Informational purpose. It also helps in providing employees useful information related to their ongoing performance. Initially, information is provided on specific areas where they need improvement. Secondly, they provide information as to what is expected from the supervisors as well as organization related to important aspects of work. For development and improvement. In an organization, performance management is used to improve performance of an individual by exposing the employee to the training and development activities. It also provides means for the integration of learning and work. Each employee learns from the success and failures of its day-to-day life itself. Next is for communication. In an organization, communication of mission and vision of the organization is most important as it is understood and communicated well to each and every employee. The other requirement is to reinforce the communication so that employees feel motivated and know what is important for an organization. It creates a forum in which it creates a climate where continuous dialogue between a manager and the members of their teams take place to define performance and share information. Last is meeting stakeholders' expectations. It is also important to understand the expectations of stakeholders as to what is expected by the owners, managers, suppliers, employees and customers. Ideally, employees are treated as partners in an organizational context whose opinions are heard and who are also encouraged to contribute to the performance. So, how the concept of performance appraisal evolved to the concept of performance management. Performance management was initially introduced by Michael Beer in 1976. The purpose was to introduce an innovative appraisal and development system. The idea was to have an improved system over the traditional appraisal system. The major problem with the existing system was that it was very much subjective and plagued by rater problems. Earlier system, which was popularly known as performance appraisal, was considered as isolated, mechanistic and HR-driven approach. On the other hand, the new system was considered as comprehensive, integrated and business-driven, aimed at organizational and people development. The present system gained popularity after 1980s with the advent of Total Quality Management program. TQM emphasized the use of management skills and tools such as training and appraisal as in order to improve the performance goals. In today's competitive business environment, the effort of each employee of the firm should be recognized, and it is important to integrate individual goals with organizational goals. These goals or the objectives should match with the organizational goals and should ensure that these are stretch targets. Thus, individual objectives and organizational objectives are aligned. Let's now discuss the aims as well as characteristics of performance management. Performance management clarifies the mission, vision, strategy and values of the organization to employees in order to enable them to achieve strategic goals. The perspective requires organizations to define the processes required to deliver the strategies. It helps in improving various business processes where deficiencies are highlighted. Performance management enables sustainable organizational competitiveness, innovation, and low employee turnover by helping in reviewing organization structure and planned succession. Performance management helps organizations in improving their abilities so that they can adopt changes in the day-to-day technologies and highlighting the gaps between potential capabilities and present abilities. Performance management helps organizations in implementing the culture down the line. Performance management helps organizations in identifying their key stakeholders such as shareholders and customers and their requirements for attaining success in the long run. It requires organizations to enlist contributions required from stakeholders in order to develop the abilities. Performance management suggests the best fit between HR strategies with business strategy. It suggests that HR strategy should match the stages of development of the firm and as per different cycles, namely startup, growth, maturity and decline, and matching the varying levels of competition status from low to rapid. Every organization needs a well-defined and well-established system at all levels in the organization. Effective management system can be ensured with a systematic plan that integrates all the elements into one system. Performance management system enables organizations in realization of organization strategy through planned objectives of individual employees as well as ensuring their required competence. Fletcher in 1993 defined performance management system as it being associated with an approach for creating a shared vision, purpose, and aim of the organization, helping each employee understand and recognize their part in contributing to them, and in doing so, manage and enhance the performance of both individuals and organization. According to Ainsworth and Smith, the process of performance management is cyclic. It starts with performance planning, then assessment of performance, and finally corrective and adaptive mutual action via mutual feedback discussions. Gwynne in 1987 also proposed a three-step process of planning, managing, and appraising. Torrington and Hall in 1995 likewise suggested three steps of planning, supporting, and reviewing performance. Hartle in 1995 developed the mixed model, which stresses on planning, managing, reviewing, and also rewarding. Performance management system is one of the most important HR strategy factors, the others being recruitment and selection, career development, performance appraisal, training and development, compensation designing, and human resource planning. Career development and performance appraisal have direct linkages with performance management system. The IPD Performance Management Survey conducted in 1997 in United Kingdom studied performance management practices in 35 organizations. It showed that performance management is regarded as an interlinked process rather than a single system. A number of linked people management activities like communication strategies, competency development, job design and evaluation, payment systems, motivation practices aligned with performance management for its development are there. However, the commonest link found were between performance management and career progression or development of skills and capability. For example, in 3M Healthcare, supervisors assess individuals' capabilities and potential for progression by earmarking their status, that is, well placed, ready for next year, career broadening, ready for lateral move, and increased responsibility, ready for different job. Career concept model was originally developed by Michael Driver in 1979 and has been extended and applied by many more management thinkers to various person and organization issues such as change, advisement, organizational culture, demographics, human resource management, mergers and acquisitions, international expansion, leadership, and brand management. So, what is the nature of effective performance management systems? Recruitment and selection of employees that are best fit in their roles according to their challenge. Under effective performance management system, there is focus on creating supportive organizational environment. There is periodical measurement of employees' values to the organization. Intimation of information concerning the strengths and weaknesses of an employee is done in relation to career development, advancement in career, suitability to other positions, requirements of training, etc. There is involvement of employees in setting the goals of the organizations. Focus is on creating a link between performance and remuneration. So, performance management believes in the following objectives: in ensuring that people are motivated to perform effectively and stretching the boundaries through an effective program of personal development. According to Daniel, performance management is a way of getting people to do what you want them to and like doing it. For effective implementation of performance management, the system should be well conceived and the processes should be well aligned. The processes should be aligned so as to create balance between corporate, individual and teams, improve performance, motivate employees, help in increasing commitment, underpin the values of the organization, improve processes for training and development, help in providing assistance for career planning, retain skilled employees, support quality services, initiate customer service and help in changing culture of the organization. Performance management should also help managers in the processes so that it can provide basis for clarifying performance and behavior expectations. It can develop a framework that review the performance and competence level. It should also help in improving team and individual performance. It should support underperformance. It should coach individuals. It should help team members in understanding each other, and it should provide basis for non-financial rewards. The process should also help individuals in improving performance. This can be done through providing clear goals and objectives. The process should encourage for continuous improvement in performance. Constant guidance and support should be provided in developing abilities. Opportunities to spend time with managers should also be discussed, should contribute to the formation of objectives and plans to improve the way the work is managed and carried out, and a fair basis should be provided for assessing the performance. How can performance be measured? Measuring performance effectively requires that the management should choose the dimensions that can effectively measure the performance in an organizational context. As per Fowler, performance dimensions are chosen not because they are valued more by organizations, but rather because they are easily measured. Most of the organizations select some form of qualitative or quantitative numerical measures for measuring performance of their employees. Many organizations select measures such as financial health on one of their objectives, explicit or otherwise, and so monitor their financial performance regularly and are quite likely to cascade this objective down through the organization. In doing, many organizations use qualitative measures as well. Few companies try to address the negative view of performance management. They take steps to successfully address the problems by implementing innovative solutions. This ensures that these processes deliver real results and help in improving performance. Here, before implementing the system, these organizations issue concrete guidelines and practical steps that can be used to improve the performance management processes in the organization. This helps in understanding the systems in a better manner. So, students, let's summarize what we have studied in this module. In the above discussion or previous discussion, understanding was developed with respect to strategic human resource management along with the importance of performance management. We understood how we can differentiate between traditional performance appraisal system and contemporary performance management system, which involves continuous process of identifying, measuring and developing the performance of individuals and teams and aligning performance with the strategic goals of the organization. Performance management is a continuous process in which manager and employee work together to plan, monitor, and review an employee's performance. In the module, we also discussed the evolution of performance management and the reasons and purpose of its adoption. Various studies have shown that career development and performance appraisal have direct linkages with performance management system. We discussed in detail how employees as well as organizations will get benefited by adopting performance management system. Also, points were mentioned as to how the goals of employees should be devised so that these goals are in line with the goals of the organization. Thank you.